today, finally, we're going to go out for a little drive in the Evo. So the weather is glorious. It's a beautiful autumn morning here in Sweden. Not a cloud, well, I'm lying. One or two little clouds in the sky, but a dry day. It's been a dry week. I have hopefully not tested the car, but I have hopefully finished all of the things that I've been doing recently with the battery relocation, the new air filter, the catch can, the switch panel, etc, etc. Hopefully all that work is now done. So let's take advantage of the weather and the fact that the car is in one piece, I hope, and go and have some fun. So this isn't going to be a huge drive, and it's not going to be a review. I can do something like that at some point in the future. The main reason for doing this video today is to get some footage and some audio of the Blitz SUS air filter, because a few people have asked me, how does that sound? So hopefully I can show you that or let you listen to that. And I want to get some footage and clips of the exhaust before we put the Kakamoto GT 1.0Z on. Okay, the first thing we need to do, hopefully you can hear me okay, is let the car warm up and go and get some of that beautiful, sweet, liquid gold D85 goodness, and then we can get some footage of the car, I hope. So it's not going to be a review video today, but man, I have missed being in this thing. Like the smell of a Japanese car, and just how it feels, how kind of light it feels and how raw it feels. I love the thing. I fucking love the thing. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So I've not got fuel yet, but the car is a bit more warmed up. Hopefully you can hear. It's pretty noisy in here because of me removing things, but I kind of like that. Hopefully you can hear the air filter a little bit from inside the car, and obviously you can kind of hear the exhaust like a very generic Japanese performance car sound, but the air filter, you can hear it's a lot more sort of pronounced and a bit more of a whistle, because obviously it's metal mesh. I do love the sound of the Blitz SUS. It's quite a unique sound. It's different to every other filter that I've experienced, really. Just get past this little bend and then put our foot down slightly. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick it up. I'll try and get some better footage, but when you put your foot down, that sort of high-pitched sort of soprano-y whistle turns into a real sort of like lion's deep roar. It's fantastic. installed the little adapter the little adapter piece into the Ssqv, so it has that distinct sound. I really like that sound. I used to have it on my Megane and in my other Jap cars. I've always had the Ssqv because I love the sound of it. Again, it's very unique, but it's nice to hear that fitting that little adapter in gives you that sound, because it didn't have it before, and I love it. Very Japanese. Anyway, time to get some fuel. Squeaky endless brakes.
Later, in the void.
Okay, now that we're all fueled up with the E85, it's time to just head to some slightly quieter than this road, which is already really quiet, but head to some slightly quieter roads in Mexico and get some footage of the air filter first of all, and the noises from within the engine bay. I've got a mic set up in there, and then try and get some recordings of the exhaust, like I say, just so I can do a comparison with the Kakamoto when it goes on. And just like that, we are back. The Evo is cooling off behind me now. Hope you enjoyed the footage. I think the exhaust is nothing exciting at all, really. It's just generic Japanese performance car exhaust. That's the best way to describe it. The Blitz air filter I really like. I really like how it changes sound essentially when it's not really pulling in much air. It's quite sort of whistly, and that is the Blitz Ssqv sort of signature sound, really. And obviously the Ssqv doing its thing with the little adjustment, little insert, whatever you call it, that's back in place now. That kind of representing itself well and making all the usual Ssqv noises, which I love personally. So yeah, hopefully it's been enjoyable, and it was very enjoyable for me to drive this car. I love this car. I like it a lot. I have decided that the BCBR coilovers with the uprated springs, they've got to go. They are shite. If anyone's ever driven a car where the damping is not very good because the dampers aren't very good, you'll know what I mean. It's just not great. So that's something to add to the shopping list. But other than that, wonderful. So the next video, possibly, depends on what I put out when and what you watch when, will hopefully be me swapping out the exhaust to the Kakamoto GT 1.0Z, which is the whole point of this video, really, was to capture some footage and some audio for that for comparison. So see you in that one.